Have you ever watched your child light up at the sound of a familiar song? Have you ever tried teaching your child new words by singing songs? Music has been one of the most surprising and powerful tools in my parenting journey. I'm sharing the story of how songs have shaped my daughter's first 2 years, from soothing her as a newborn to helping her connect with friends and daycare. I've always enjoyed music, but I never fully understood its power until I became a parent. What began as desperate lullabies during fuzzy nights has grown into a beautiful language between us, supporting her development in ways I never expected. Join me as I share our musical milestones and the science behind why these simple songs matter so much for our little ones' growing brains. Those first few months were beautiful but challenging. Like many newborns, my daughter cried a lot. I discovered that music became my lifeline during those long fuzzy nights. When nothing else seemed to work, I'd start humming or singing softly. Sometimes it was a classic lullaby, other times just whatever song came to mind. During difficult nights, whenever I started singing or humming, I found myself becoming calmer with more regulated breathing. Music helped me step back from the edge when I felt overwhelmed. Often, my baby's crying would soften too. The new sound caught her attention and gave her something else to focus on besides her discomfort. Research shows that from birth, babies are tuned to musical elements in sound, rhythm, pitch, and melody. One study found that even newborns can detect when a melody changes key, suggesting our brains are wired for musical processing from day one. Babies are also incredibly sensitive to our emotional states. They pick up our tension and anxiety. By calming myself through singing, I was creating a more soothing environment for both of us. As my daughter grew, I noticed something fascinating. She seemed to pay special attention when I sang compared to when I simply talked. Her eyes would open wide, she'd stare at me for a long time, and sometimes she'd even try to vocalize along with me. Around 18 months, we developed a routine with her picture books. I'd point to a star and say, "Look, it's a star. Do you remember the song about stars?" Then I'd sing "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." At first, she just listened. Then came a day that changed everything. She pointed at a star in her book and made an excited sound, clearly asking me to sing the star song. Soon after, she pointed to a spider and wanted a spider song. And then, a pig for a pig song. That picture book had essentially become her personal song catalog. We built on this connection between objects and songs. The book, Brown Bear, What Do You See?" works perfectly for this. Other books or flashcards work too. When we saw a little dog, we'd sing, little dog, what do you see?" Then we turn to the orange cat and continue, "I see an orange cat looking at me." Then, orange cat, what do you see?" Then we continues to other animals or items. This combination of visual cues, melody, and vocabulary became her favorite activity. We would do this multiple times each day, and I watched her vocabulary grow through these musical interactions. Research shows that the musical qualities in songs, the rhythm, repetition, and rhymes, help children identify word boundaries and phonetic patterns before they fully understand vocabulary. The predictable patterns make language learning more accessible. What I was doing instinctively, neuroscientists call multisensory learning. Engaging multiple senses simultaneously creates stronger neural connections than single sensory experiences. By connecting visuals and sounds, we were strengthening language pathways in her developing brain. Around 20 months came a milestone. My daughter started singing independently. Her first song was "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." It wasn't clear or complete, more like a sweet mumble with recognizable beats of melody, but I could tell she was singing. I'll never forget how proud she looked when she finished the whole song. She didn't articulate all the words, of course. I'm sure she understood very few besides star, but she would carry the tune from beginning to end, and that accomplishment made her beam with joy. Her second song was an alphabet song. Again, she didn't know what the letters meant. She simply enjoyed the rhythmic sounds and the satisfaction of completing something from start to finish. Think about how challenging it is for a young toddler to sing a song. Besides mimicking the sound, they must remember sequences, control their breathing, and coordinate multiple brain processes at once. It's quite an achievement when they manage to pull it off. As her motor skills improved, singing naturally evolved into dancing. She would roll an imaginary boat, touch her head, shoulders, knees, and toes, or hop like a bunny. These movement songs became her favorite way to burn energy. The integration of movement with music helps strengthen gross motor control, spatial awareness, and coordination in young children. What looks like simple play actually helps develop body awareness, strengthen motor planning abilities, and build vocabulary through movement. Now at age 2, music has become my daughter's favorite form of self-expression. When she's happy or excited, she sings. She has developed clear preferences too. She'll request specific songs and specific times. Row, row, row your boat in the morning while sitting on her bed, and wheels on the bus during car rides to daycare. Music helps her anticipate and navigate transitions in our daily routine. She even specifies which version of songs she wants, showing how particular her musical taste has become. As she learns to play with other kids, singing has become one of her favorite group activities. She joins in when she hears her friends sing. They chase each other while singing Baby Shark. It's a natural game that helps children engage with one another beyond parallel play. Looking back over these 2 years, I'm amazed at how central music has been to our relationship and our daughter's development. What began as a soothing tool during fuzzy newborn days has evolved into a rich language that helps her learn, express herself, and connect with others. The science confirms what I've observed. These musical movements are far more than just fun. They are building neural architecture that supports language, motor development, emotional regulation, and social connection. If there's one thing I've learned from our musical journey, it's that you don't need special training or expensive instruments to give your child the gift of music. Your voice, however imperfect you might think it is the most powerful instrument you have. Singing, dancing, and playing with rhythms together creates connections that transcend words. Check out my channel, Extraordinary Kids with Chelsea X, for videos designed especially for toddlers. There you'll find my original books, creative variations on classic nursery songs, and engaging daily adventures that promote cognitive development and early science awareness. Each video incorporates songs and music to make learning natural and fun. And the best part? They've all been tested and enthusiastically approved by my own daughter. I'd love to hear about your musical experiences with your children in the comments. How has music shaped your parenting journey? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.